Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. Either way, I'm super happy you're here. Welcome back. I'm so glad you guys are here. So I promised you guys an update when I got the rest of the stuff in my nail room set up the way that I wanted. I think I'm pretty much set for the time being. Things may change in the future. I don't know, but right now everything is pretty much the way I want it. So I did have my fiance put all the hooks in for my swatch sticks. So I'm going to show you guys that. I have some that I haven't done yet. So I haven't done my nail polish swatches yet. And then I have a few extra hooks that I don't have gel polish for yet, but I will. That's going to happen soon, hopefully, rather than later. I got the soup containers, deli containers, whatever you want to call them, to put the dip powder baggies in, and they so much better. I love it. It works out so great. So I'm going to show you guys all of that real quick, just so that I can give you guys the update that I promised you. And then I'm going to unbox, well, I'm going to show you guys two packages that I got from Shein. I'm not actually going to unbox anything because they came in big bags. So I kind of just took it out of the bags and just show you guys. And then we're going to do a nail set. We might have a little longer video today. I hope you guys stick around. I'm super excited. I'm going to do extensions on my nails instead of a press-on set today. So I'm excited about that. So stick around and don't go anywhere because I'm leaving. This is leaving, but we got more. There's more. Okay, stay tuned. So as you can see, I got the new updated disposable soup containers, deli containers, I guess, and it's so much better. So they are all filled. I have a bunch left over. I can stack them because they have lids. Most of them had labels. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough labels, but that's fine. But they fit so much better. So that was a win. And now I will show you guys. I got all my hooks for my swatches. I have some that are empty because I wanted a couple extra hooks for future swatches. I got some swatches there. And then I got some swatches right here. Some hooks for swatches for my nail polish when I get to that. So just wanted to show you guys my update. Okay, so now we're going to get into the unboxing of the two Shein hauls. These came in big bags, so I basically emptied everything out so that I could show you guys. So I got some almond nail tips. I'm actually really loving these. I've used them several times now. I did open these a couple weeks ago, and then I finished the video off yesterday. So that's why you've probably seen some of these products, but these tips are great. I'm going to do my best to link everything. It might be a little difficult because, again, I got these off Shein. I don't know why I'm opening this package back up. Oh, I was trying to show you guys the flexibility. They're pretty good. They're nice and flexible at the cuticle, which you want. It's nice and thin, and they're thicker at the tip. So they're really nice. They are a little bit flatter, so they're not as curved as some. And I know that you guys have seen these before because I've used them in videos, but I did just get this one stand so that I could start using this one in my videos because it's nice and clean and pretty. Unfortunately, the other day I was taking a tip off of it and broke one of the nail tips. So yeah. Those are going to be no more because unless I can fix that tip, which I think I kept it so that I could try to fix it, but I don't know. I don't know if I can fix it. And I don't even know what that was because I brushed through it so fast. Okay, so I had to go back and look. So it was some flower charms and then this like magnetic picker upper for like caviar beads. We'll see if that works. I haven't used it yet. And then my favorite thing, this is definitely my favorite buy, so worth it. It is a UV flash cure light, and it just comes on this little stand, so it's perfect for when you're flash curing your gel extensions, but then it also unhooks, so you can like flash cure rhinestones in place, or really anything. I use it a lot when I'm doing my hard gel layer on my natural nails because they're so tiny that it tends to flood. So I put it on and then I flash cure right away and then I get no flooding. So this thing, definitely my favorite buy. It just kind of magnetic clips on there, and as long as you're not like super crazy with it, it does need charged a lot. So basically every time I use it, I have to charge it unless it's just like a quick flash cure. It did come with these little silicone tip things to put in. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I've seen that used before, but I don't know that I'll actually use them. So there we go. We are putting our gloves on because now we're going to get into some gel products. And I want to not touch anything with my naked bare hands. Okay, so these are some really pretty, like, I don't know, colored iridescent 3D gels, and they're non-sticky. They do kind of tend to get a little bit sticky the more you play with them, so I don't know. But I've used them on the 3D bow mani that I did a while back, and they turned out so good. I'm really excited to play with these more. So I'm just going to open them up individually to let you guys see them. I'm not going to swatch them or anything because I wouldn't even know how to swatch these. I actually could swatch these though. I just thought about that. I could put them on the other. Yeah, that's not a bad idea because then I can see what colors they are. I may do that. Not on camera, but I might just do that for me. This one leaked a little bit, which I don't know why. The seal's on there really nice and good, but I just cleaned it up a little bit. But look how pretty it is. So pretty. I don't know why I feel the need to play with every single one, but I do. I really do. So there's like a green, a pink, a blue, like a pearly one, and I think a purple one. I haven't seen a purple one yet, so I guess we'll wait and see what these other two are that I open up. And this one is leaking too. This one made a nice little mess, but that's okay. It's super easy to clean up. It's really not that big of a deal. I think I threw that away, but I can't remember. But I got it all off of there. This is the like pearl one. This is the one I used on the bows, and it really is such a nice, easy product to use. And I got these off Shein, which I know you have to be careful with because a lot of the stuff that I've gotten off Shein does not even have ingredients that come with it, and I couldn't find any ingredients online. But I guess if you're just being as careful as you are with your nails regardless, like maybe it wasn't a purple one. This one looks pink. I don't know. I'll have to go back through and look at the colors again and swatch them out to see what they are. But yeah, I mean, I think it's smart to be careful with your products that you're getting off like Shein, Temu, AliExpress, all of that. But I don't think that they're necessarily bad. Just be cautious. That's all. Okay, so then we got this, and I am loving the gels from this company. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. There's just no way. But these gels are so pretty. So this is like a top gel with like black little speckles in it. So it would be perfect, or will be perfect when I decide to use it. I haven't yet, for like an Easter mani. And then I got all of these gels. This is the same brand, but these are completely different bottles, which I find really weird because, I mean, I've been looking a lot at this brand on Shein. I want to get some more. Their cat eyes look absolutely divine. I just find it funny that they're all different bottles. Okay, we're going to swatch these out, so give me 1 second. Okay, we're going to start off by swatching. I just have, this is not any of the colors I just bought. It's just a purple gel that I have that's like a pastel, like springy purple. And I'm going to swatch the speckled egg one on it. And it does come out pretty like all over the place, but you can kind of manipulate and put the little speckles wherever you want. You just kind of got to play with it. And they don't, I mean, they do leave a texture, but once I top coated it, it was fine. So that's really cool. I've always wanted something like that. So I like that one. And now we're gonna look at that. We're done. We cured it. And then we'll get into the swatches of the other ones, which I love. So these are all like the pearl effect. So what I'm going to do, since I swatch on the underneath, is I'm going to lay out the gel, and then I'm going to swirl it. And then when I do the second layer, I won't swirl it. And that way it will give the same effect that if I was doing these on my natural nails. And normally I would do one layer cure, and then the second layer I would do the swirl. So it gives the same effect, but because I'm doing these in reverse, I have to do the swirl first. Hopefully that makes sense. So cure that. Now let's do the second layer. And this one is so pretty. It's like this beautiful white, just gorgeousness. And I have used this in a mani. I haven't posted it yet because, man, I cannot even, I don't know what my problem is with posting, but like, unless I'm posting a video or something, I like forget that I have to post that. Well, I don't have to. I can do whatever I want. But I just don't post. And I don't know what's happening. I need to get better at posting. I have so many manis saved up that I haven't posted. I mean, one's from like probably a month and a half ago, which is insane. So this is the second color. They do have writing on them. I'm assuming it's the names, but it's I can't read it. But they also are numbered, so I'm just going by the numbers. And I don't know. They're so creamy. Like, I've used one brand of, I think they were meant, or technically Korean gels, the Leave, when the Leave was around, and then they disappeared. I don't know what happened to them. Other than that, I've never used like any Korean gels because, well, I can't afford that. That's not happening in my life right now. Maybe in the future, or hopefully in the future. But these are super creamy. I don't know. I just absolutely love them. They're definitely different than like normal gels you find off like Amazon or like Model 1 Beetles Born Pretty. But I love those gels too. I don't find anything wrong with them in any way, shape, or form. Maybe it's just because I haven't really used high-end expensive brands. But I don't know. That's great if high-end and expensive brands are better, but I also think that what I have is fantastic. So I'm always going to love those brands no matter what. Even if I do make it big someday and am able to afford all the beautiful Korean gel polishes, I'm still going to love my little brands. So with that being said, we've got a few more to swatch and I'm all talked out for the moment. So I'm going to let you guys watch this. I'm going to put some music on through this and I will be back. So I believe this is the last one. And of course, that's my favorite because it's purple. It's so pretty. So we're going to get this cured, do the second layer, and then we will be done. And I will show you all of them. And then we'll get into the second package. Sorry, I know this video is very long. I hope you guys stick around and watch the whole thing, though. I did think it would be fun to do a mani with some of the products. I didn't use all of the products, but I used a good majority of the products that I got. And so I thought it would be fun to do that. Hopefully you guys like it. That is so pretty. So that's the last one. Here they are all together. Oh, they're gorgeous. I'm just so in love with them. Okay, so I do have one more thing. It's really big, so I'm going to try to show you guys, but I don't know that you're going to get the full effect. Like I said, I will try to leave all the links, but sometimes things are not available anymore. So if they're not, I will try to find something like super duper similar. And if I can't, then it's not going to get linked. Leaving the links is going to take me forever. I already know because I have to go through. But this is basically like a press-on holder so I can display them. I don't really want to display them, but I want somewhere to keep the ones that I've done that I'm really in love with. And then honestly, I'll probably throw the rest away. And then we got some stickers. This is, I believe we're on the second package now. But I got these stickers. They're really pretty. I got these cherry bow stickers. I didn't realize they all had bows on them until I went to do the mani that I'm going to do today, where I'm going to use those stickers. And then we got these little clouds and stars. And then we got these bows, but you can't see them because the packaging is in the way. So I'm going to open these ones up. And I'm also going to use these in today's video. So just a couple, like to go with the cherry bow stickers. That was a lot. They're super, you guys know, I absolutely love stickers. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, I pushed stop in time so that I didn't sneeze in your guys' ears. Anyway, on to the next. So, these, I'm going to use these today and they're so pretty and I love them. Okay, I set those aside. Originally, I did go through, I opened up the box, showed you guys them and everything, but because I'm using them in today's video, I do that again, and I thought it was a little too repetitive, so I'd rather talk more about them when we get into them. But I also got these ones. I don't like that last one, the colors. I'll probably never use it, but this one is definitely my favorite, and I'm just sizing them out, making sure that they're, you know, good tips. They feel good. They look good. They're nice and thin at the cuticle area. I don't think I would even have to do any kind of reshaping on these. And then they're also decently thick at the free edge. Not as thick as like some of the ones I get, like the Unigella that I get off of Amazon, or the BT Art box that I get off of Amazon, but they're still pretty good. And for being like, I mean, like a couple bucks, they're really good. So then I got this, and this is another one of those like eek products because there's no ingredients or anything like that, but this is like a it's for gluing on gel X tips or gel extensions, and it's like a thicker, more solid glue, but it's not super solid. Spoiler alert, absolutely amazing. Love this stuff. I'm obsessed. I do use it in today's video, so you guys will get to see the application on that. But I love it. It's so easy to clean up. It does pull out a lot more than like some of the products that I used, but it's amazing. So I'm excited for that one. So that brand of the polishes that I swatched just a little while ago, and I'm trying to look over the ingredients and I don't see any HEMA in these. If you want to screenshot that and then like zoom in, you can, but I didn't see HEMA. So this is just a gel base and gel top coat. I figured since I got some polishes, I should probably get their gel base and gel top coat too. If I would have been thinking about it, I would have used these in today's video, but I didn't. I'll explain why I didn't later when we get into the nails. But the consistency feels great. I love the consistency, so I'm definitely really excited to give these a try. And I think that's the last one. It is. So now we're doing the nails. Oh my gosh. This video is exhausting to make. Holy moly. So I just took off a press-on set, so I need to do a little bit cleanup on my nails. I do still have like a thin hard gel layer on, so I'm not like actually doing this on my natural nails, but I do have some like glue residue around the cuticles, so I'm going to zoom through this. And by zoom, I mean go as fast as I possibly can. This finger is my only finger on this left hand that's giving me any, it's not really giving, there's nothing wrong with it. It just, when I was taking off a press on, I don't know, last week sometime or earlier this week, I don't really remember. I must not, because I had peel base on, and I must not have had it like all the way to the free edge because the glue kind of stuck to my hard gel layer and ripped off the free edge of my nail. So this one's a little bit shorter and not looking as pretty as the other ones, but the other ones are looking really good and I'm really excited. I did already prep my right hand off camera. I'm not going to do any cuticle work because I just did a hard gel refill, I don't know, 3 days ago. And I already cleaned up my cuticles. So other than getting any glue residue away from there, I'm not going to do any kind of cutting of the cuticles, no nipping, and I'm not going to go in with a specific bit. I'm just going to clean up what I can with this mini sanding band. This is a 180 grit, and that's all I'm going to do. Because if I try to clean up my cuticles again, they don't need it. But all I'm going to do is irritate the skin around my cuticles even more than I'm going to irritate it to begin with, because every time I do any kind of filing, my cuticles get a little bit red and inflamed for like a few hours. And then the inflammation basically goes down, but the redness usually stays for like a day or two. I just have really sensitive skin. And that's just what happens whenever I do any kind of anything near that area. So yeah, so this is all mostly just like glue residue that's coming off. So yeah, okay, I've said that too many times. Hopefully you guys don't mind me putting the prep in here. I wasn't sure, I usually don't, but then I figured maybe it was a good idea. So I'm going to just skip to the good part. I just cut out a lot of the what was left just because I just felt like it was just too repetitive. So we're going to dust off our nail file drill and our drill and our fingers. And then we're going to go in with some alcohol. And now my nails are officially as prepped as they're going to get. I'm not going to go in with a dehydrator. Oh, I'm just showing you how that nail cut off. But the rest are looking really good. All the tips are like just at the free edge of my nail finally, which took forever. So we're basically done with prep. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you guys more about these nails. So unfortunately, it does say they're soft gel, and it gives like a diagram at the bottom that basically shows you using a UV lamp. So that's kind of why and they are pretty opaque at the cuticle area. But that's why I knew they were safe to use the gel extension method with. Because usually if you have opaque nails or colored nails, you do not want to use gel, but you can see they're super sheer at the cuticle area. So yeah. And then again, the pictures show you using gel. So I felt pretty confident that that was a safe way to go. Right now I'm just sizing them out. So weird thing about me, and I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but my ring finger is actually slightly wider than my pointer finger. So I have to use the bigger nail tip on my ring finger and the smaller one on my pointer, or a lot of the times I can use the same tip on both, which ends up really not being good most of the time, because then I go through that size tip so much faster than any of the others. But it is what it is. Those nails are almost the exact same, but a lot of times I use the bigger one on the ring finger and the smaller one. So like, just for reference, like I'll use the size 5 on my ring. Sorry, the size 4 on my ring finger and the size 5 on my pointer finger. So I do this to all the nails, but I didn't want to show because, again, this is just long. So I did go in, I etched the inside of every single tip. The tips are all sized out. I do have my right hand done, like completely, and that's why I have the glove on, also just for protection. But I am going to go in with my peel base, and I was kind of just wanting to test out how well this would work with gel extensions. Don't think that I have used UNT peel base, and yes, I know I still have UNT peel base. Didn't know anyone did, except I did see a video with someone else using it the other day, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, how do you have that?" It's gone. It disappeared. The UNT as a company has disappeared, which is super boo because it's the only peel base I've ever used that I like. But once it's gone, and I'm gonna have to find a new one. So help me out there because that's a bummer. But I wanted to see how the peel base held up with the gel extensions. My hope was to get, I did these on Thursday. My hope is to get them to last all weekend long and then take them off Monday. Unfortunately, last night, which was the day that I did these nails, I lost my pointer finger on my ring or on my right hand. So I am going to glue that back on and hope that the rest will stay until Monday. And I will have to let you guys know in my next video because this will be posted well before that. So I don't know, but my left hand feels super nice and sturdy. Everything is like set. Like I can like tap on things. I can do all sorts of things and they're good. So I don't know. Maybe my application on that finger just wasn't very good. I'm not sure, but everything else is golden. Right now I'm just talking about this product. I did try to do this video with me talking through it. Unfortunately, that did not work out at all. So I did end up having to do a voiceover. So this is just not making any sense right now because I don't even know what I was saying at all. No idea. I think I was just talking about how there's no ingredients. So I'm waiting for my fingers to dry. They still have some wet spots on all of them, and then now they're dry because I pushed stop and waited like 5 minutes. I do still have a little bit of a wet spot on that pointer finger, which is I think why I was pointing it out, but anyway, I'm going to go in. Now I'm going to do Protein Bond. So this is like your primer. It's the sticky. And I'm going to do this on all of the tips and then all of my nails except the thumb because I might do it on my thumb. I honestly don't remember. But the thumb I'm going to do separately. I wanted to try out recording the thumb like separate for a reel / short. And it actually worked out pretty good. So you guys will see the thumb completed at the end, but there'll be gaps in it, in the footage for you guys so that I could do it the other way. Anyway, so I don't know why I closed that bottle because now I still have to put it on my fingers, which I'm about to do right now. I definitely recorded different in the fact that I was like talking through every step. So there's a lot more footage than there normally is. Because usually I don't put all this in usually. But anyway, being that I have a peel base on, I really wanted a sticky layer on the tips and a sticky layer on my nails in hopes that it would help everything just adhere really well and stay on. Oh my gosh, did I just lose another nail? No, this one's good. Okay. It felt a little flimsy, but it's fine. So now we're going to go in and we're going to get this on. So I'm just going to put a little bit. And again, I have a thin hard gel layer on, so I don't need a lot. These are a little bit, these don't have like a giant like gap between the regular nail and the tip. You know how you got like a lot of space to fill in on some of the tips. These don't have that, but they're not super flat either. I don't know. I found them to be perfect. So I only put a little bit in. I took that silicone tool to flatten it out. And then I lay it down on the nail. And right now I'm just getting off any excess. It's super easy. It just wipes right off, which is super nice. And the nail doesn't move around. It stays in place, which is amazing. So I'm going to flash cure that one. I was getting some heat spikes with this whole entire hand, every single nail. But I didn't get any heat spikes on my right hand. So I found that really, really weird. I don't know why. But I am going to zoom through this. So I'm going to again, put some music on so you guys can watch this and I can take a short little break. And I will be back when we get the application done. Okay, I did want to mention two more things before I forget, before I put the music on. So on the silicone tool, I do dab it in a little bit of alcohol to spread that nice and easy. Otherwise it kind of sticks to it and it doesn't spread out as nice. But the other thing I wanted to make sure that I pointed out is when I'm putting this nail on my nail, when I put the tip on my nail, I do have to look under my nail to make sure that I can see that the gel moved all the way to my free edge, because like when you're using clear tips, you can see that it moved, but because these aren't clear and they do have a little bit of color on them, it's a little bit harder to see from the top. So I just look from the bottom, like right there. That's what I'm doing right there, is looking, and I can see that that gel moved all the way up to my free edge so that I know that it's covering the whole nail. You really want it to be covering the whole nail. I actually have a feeling that that's what happened on my pointer finger, is I didn't have enough gel so that it didn't cover the whole nail. And then when I was doing dishes that night, water got in there, and water, the UNT is a water base. So once the water hits it, it's done. It's over. And I think that's why it popped off. So I just wanted to make that really clear. That's super important. I will be back. Okay, apparently you guys get to sit here for the entire flash care. Okay, we're done. So I am going to file around the cuticles, but this is super important. Like, the most important thing I can actually tell you guys at all about any of this is after I flash cure every single nail, I go into my lamp for an entire full 60 seconds. And then, just to be extra safe, I did it for another entire 60 seconds, just to make sure everything is fully cured. Flash curing gel extensions is not good enough. Anybody that does that, it may work out, but they are risking. That's a high risk to take. Clear, not clear, it doesn't matter. You have to fully cure. The flash cure lamps are not high enough wattage to actually 100% cure the product. They're only meant to hold things in place. That's it. So please always put your nail in a full like lamp. Like, I think it's 35 watts or higher, but I've also heard 45. Mine is like 75, so I'm golden. I don't know if higher is necessarily better either, but just make sure you have a good full-size lamp and you're doing a full cure after your flash cures, please, always. Um, Gel allergies are not a joke. Like, I thought I had one for 2 years. Most of you guys already know this. And I didn't use gel for like 2 years because I thought I had a gel allergy. I didn't. I think something else happened and I just freaked out and panicked and stopped using gel. But my daughter has a severe gel allergy. Like, I used rhinestone glue on her charms once. She told me to. She's like, oh, it should be fine because they're on top of the nails. They'll never get, and they're press-ons. No, 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 no. I put those press-ons on and she called me an hour later crying, Mom, how do I get these off? I have to take them off my entire nails. She had bumps everywhere. Like, it was so bad. So gel allergies, not a joke. So please always fully cure everything. That's all. That's all I had to say. So I went through around just the cuticles. You can't file on this white. If you file on this white, and trust me, I learned that's a hard way. I tried to just do a light little buff on the surface because the surface is shiny. That's the only thing I don't like about these tips is the surface is shiny. Yeah, that did not go well. So I am going to go around the cuticles with acetone. As you saw, I just went in and I filed the free edge just a tiny bit just to get that little nub off because it was from taking the tips off the thing, you know. So I'm going to go around the cuticles, make sure they're super nice, super flush, and everything's good right there. And then we're going to get into the nail art, which is really easy, and I promise we're wrapping this up. We're close, I think. I don't even know how much longer we have, but we're getting close. Okay, so I'm going to take these stickers and we're going to get these adhered to the nail. I'm going to put them directly on top of the shiny surface of these nail tips, and then we will go in and we'll go over them. I did do like just a little test to make sure it was safe. So I can go over them with the protein bond. That will give me a sticky layer for the gel base to adhere to. I was just really worried that if I went directly in with gel base, that it would like peel off, which it may not. I don't know. Like, I just felt like the protein bond was the way to go. It didn't ruin the stickers. Everything stayed fine. I had a little trouble like figuring out what sticker to put where. In the end, I actually love it, but I did have to like put them on and then I took some off because I was like, ew, I don't like that. That doesn't look very good. Like this one, I was like, oh, let's do 2 on this nail. It didn't, I don't know. It just didn't look right. Also, get off my tweezers. I think that sticker nail art is harder than people think it is sometimes, especially when they don't want to cooperate. And then these are like, some of them are really flat, so that's super nice. I love that. And then some of them are not so flat. So, I mean, I feel a little texture on, I don't know. I do go in with a builder gel, but I still feel like bumps, I guess you could say, like where the sticker's raised. I can feel that on my nails, which it doesn't bother me at all as long as I don't sit here and rub my hand over my nails. Otherwise, it kind of bothers me. So if you're like super texture ew, stickers like this are probably not for you. Because again, I went in with a builder gel and still I can still feel some of the raised parts of some of the stickers, especially the little bow that I love so much. It's my favorite thing on my entire nail set. But it's got like a little pearl in the bow and I can feel it. So this is like the point where I was like, oh, this, no, I don't think I like this. I think I still went in and did another sticker and then I was like, yeah, this definitely doesn't work. So I think I'm about to take them off here in a minute. After I get this one on, this one I love. This is my favorite sticker out of all the stickers. I'm obsessed with it. I'm trying to get it centered on the nail. There we go. Very pretty. And then I was like, ew, the 2 white. Yeah, no, I'm not doing this. I don't like this. So I do end up taking off the pointer and the ring and putting different stickers on, and they ended up looking so much better. So I really wanted to salvage these. I got that one off, and then like buckled, like folded over. So that one went in the garbage. I was pretty disappointed about that. And then I'm just sitting here staring like, huh, okay, what am I going to do now? I think I figured it out. It's just sitting off screen for some odd reason. I think I'm trying to peel the sticker up. I did not do the best job editing this video, and now I'm completely off screen. Someone slapped me. Trying to get this on. I didn't even notice I was off screen until just now, but now I'm back on screen. So there we go. We got that sticker on, and now we got to take off the ring fingers because I was like, still doesn't look right. I don't know how I shifted so much in the video. Sometimes I think I bump my camera and that's what happens. I don't know. So we're taking this one off, ruin that one, going in the garbage. Can we get this one off and salvage it? No. Ripped it. That's okay. The stickers were like $1 something, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. So now I'm just trying to figure out which one I want on here. And I think I figured that out. And yes, there's a sticker on my thumb. It's going to come off my thumb and then go back on my thumb because I realized that I meant to do that in the other video and I messed up. But I did salvage that one. You're not going to see any of that. It's just going to be all of a sudden gone off the nail here in a moment. And now we've got the stickers applied. So now it's time to go in with the gel base and well, first we're going to do a protein bond on all the nails. And then we're going to do gel base on all the nails. And then we're going to do builder gel on all the nails. And then we're going to do a top coat. And then we're going to be done. Just for the sake that this video is already so long, I'm probably only going to show one nail. And then, I'll show you the end result. Okay, so gel base, I've already done the other 2 nails. I'm just going to show you guys me doing my middle finger and then we'll cure everything for 60 seconds. I will do my pointer too, but I'm just not going to show that. Then after that's cured, we're going to go in with our 8-in-1 builder gel. This is from Born Pretty. This is why I didn't use the other top coats, or I didn't even think about using them, is because I knew I wanted to do a builder gel over these to protect the stickers, but also to give the nails a little added strength for wearing for more than a couple hours. And I wanted to go in with a builder gel. This is my favorite builder gel, so I want to use the same base and top coat as the builder gel just to be more cohesive with products. So we're going in with the top coat. I did decide just to leave all the nails with the top coat instead of just the one nail, but I did want to shorten down the rest just because it's really, really repetitive and this video is very, very long. I'm not sure how I feel about how long it is. I thought it was going to be great, and watching this would not bother me in any way because I like long videos. I've mentioned that time and time again, but doing the voiceover for this long of a video, never again. What I regret is I should have done a real-time unboxing like with my voice, and that would have saved on so much of the voiceover. But I didn't, and I didn't even think about it when I was doing the unboxing. That won't happen again in the future. That's all I gotta say. That was a mistake. So after I'm top coated, cured for a full 60 seconds, I'm just gonna go clean up around the edges a little bit. Just sharpen those out, make them a little bit more, yeah. Get any hanging, there wasn't really any hanging gel, but just clean them up a little bit, if you know what I mean. Just make them a little, okay, I think at this point I'm just delirious. I've been talking for the last hour. Some of it's been cut out, but I really have been talking for a long time. It's early in the morning. I haven't even taken my dogs out yet. They're like staring at me like, Mom, what's going on? Why are you ignoring us? We're done. We are done. And now you're going to see both hands here in a second. I think. Yes. There. Done. I didn't do the stickers the same way on the other hand, but that's okay because they're the same stickers. They're just not identical to the left hand. I am, just because I did so much on my actual hands, I am going to put my bag balm on. I always do this after I do a set like this. It just, It feels so good. And then I'll go in with my cuticle oil. And of course, I'm going to use my cherry lemonade cuticle oil from Nails in a Coffin. I know not available anymore because Nails in a Coffin is closed, but I still love the cuticle oils and I'm going to use these up. And cherry lemonade with cherry nails just seemed very fitting. So I had to use this cuticle oil and get it all slathered all over the place. I always go underneath the nail tip as well, like under the free edge, just to really rehydrate that as well. Cuticle oil is super, super important part of doing nails. Using the Bag Balm and cuticle oil method together has like transformed my nail health. It just really has. I don't know if there's an actual science. I have heard people say it's a scam, but I don't think it's a scam. So cuticle oil those bad boys up, get them nice and rehydrated. And this is what we're looking like almost. I'll show you in a second. Oh, I love them. They're so pretty. My mom says they're very classy. And I was like, oh, so like not me at all. Sorry. True. It's very true. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys stuck with me through the end. Thank you so much for your support, being here, watching, subscribing, liking, all the fun stuff. I will see you guys in the next one. It will be shorter, I promise. Bye.